Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a new short movie. The name of the short movie is What If Naruto Was Kicked Out of His Clan and Was Given Great Power. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted short movie. Now before continuing this, it is my own idea and as promised, it is kind of like a movie since it's 50 to 51 minutes long, but it's not a whole movie since, yeah, it's not an hour long. So yeah, I hope you guys don't mind and are quite okay with the short movie. And moving onwards, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Meta What If channel as well. And yes, I have been seeing your suggestions about the recommendations about the ideas. I like most of them and some of them for the new channel. Now talking about new channel, a lot of names have been suggested by most of you guys, so I will be doing one thing, putting a suggestion bar in the community tab soon enough, and you guys can vote there to choose the name that you guys want the new channel to be. And one thing about the new channel that I want all of you to know, once I start a series, no matter how long it is, the longest I will make will be at least up to 10 parts. So once it is finished, then only then we will begin to the new series, if that is okay with you, because I intend to finish the series that I begin working on after writing them down, because that will be the scripted series. So yeah, I tend to see how the unscripted would work when it turned into scripted. Anyways, if that makes sense, if you like today's short movie, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for a story or maybe a short movie on Meta What If as well. Who knows? We'll see that soon. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's short movie. Our story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato, after the QB attack, as we go towards the said village to see that inside the hospital room that was secluded from the rest of the hospital and from the village was Minato Namikaze the fourth Kage and his family. As Kushina Uzumaki was resting because of the chakra exhaustion and the QB being ripped apart from her, and because of her giving birth, a lot of stress that her body has gone under through. As she was resting, the kids were also resting because of the chakra sleep dose that was given to them. As Minato was standing there with a sorrowful expression as he was looking out of the village. As that is when we see the door slid open and in came Hiruzen Sarutobi with Jiraiya, one of the legendary Sannin. "Hey kid, how are you holding up?" "Sensei, you're back," said Minato. "Of course I have to be. After what happened last night, I had to be here." "So, you were able to stop it?" "Yeah, I was, but I was weak." "What do you mean, Minato? You stopped the Biju. What do you mean you were weak?" "I was going to use the Hakai Fuyin to seal the Biju away. And, make sure that it didn't break free. But the seals that I ended up using on Menma and Mito were the pentagram seal, the same seal that was on Kushina. Because she begged me and I wavered. I was afraid of dying, Sensei." "You are a new father, Minato. You wish to remain in this world. That was your will, because you wanted to see how your family grows out, didn't you?" "Yes." "So, Menma and Mito are the Jinchurikis, right?" "Yeah, of the chakra, of course. And what about the soul?" "The chakra can survive without the soul, you know." "Yes, about that. I actually stripped the soul and sealed it within my youngest, Naruto." "Naruto, huh? I don't know how you were able to do that, but I guess if it works, right?" "Yes." As that is when a scream was heard, as the nurse dashed out. "The child is a monster." "What?" Look at it, Hokage-sama," said the nurse before dashing away. As now we see, Minato, Hiruzen, as well as Jiraiya both arrived and surrounded Naruto, on which the nurse was pointing, to see that his whisker marks were thickened. His eyes, they were still blue, but they had slits in them. As slowly the blue eyes was turning into red ones. As Minato's eyes widened, it can't be. "It might be a side effect, Minato," said Hiruzen. It can't be nothing more." We can never be so sure, Sensei, but to make sure we have to bring her back." "Who?" "Tsunade." But would she come back, Jiraiya? You think so?" "Yeah, I'm on with Hiruzen on this one. She pretty much said that she won't." "Well, she has no other choice. Only for a little bit. I'll be back soon." And soon enough, we see, once Jiraiya left, Kushina was awakened after proper rest as well, and was explained of what was going on. "I can't believe this. So even in the end, the demon was able to play trick with us and cause damage, nonetheless." As she looked towards Naruto, she realized that her son was turned into a monster. Even if he isn't, said Minato, the people will think he is. As that is when we see Jiraiya arrived with Tsunade, as there was heavy silence in the room. As Tsunade began to check, and that is when she concluded her results after half an hour of examination. Well, he's like any other child, but mark my words, he will have tough time ahead of him. Tough time, yes, because there's a high chance that once he's filled with rage, the other soul that is sealed within him might act as a catalyst to extend his rage to not a normal human level. So he is affected by the QB. Of course he is, but not to a greater strength, because the QB soul is just that, a soul. A one body is holding two souls, one of a Biju, who is incarnate of rage, the other one of your son. Who do you think will win if it is not strong enough? Oh my god, Minato, what are we gonna do? I say it's best that you distance yourself as much as you can. What? What do you mean by that, Jiraiya? Said Kushina. Think about it, Kushina. Your son is gonna have a hard life ahead of him. How long are you going to defend him? What about the others? They are also here. They need your attention as well. Naruto will have to just grow up learning how to deal with this stuff. I'm sure the kid will be able to figure it out. I mean, he is your son after all. I guess you're right. As now we see, time began to pass by after that. The family tried their best to adjust to the new living circumstances that they have placed their children in. Menma and Mito were quite calm and collective, as well as quite prodigious, while Naruto, like his canon self, was quite brash and quite proclaiming, and tried his best to always one up the others. But because of his lack of training, as well as of his parents paying less attention to him, he was always made into the dead last in the training session. As now we see, they have reached at the age of 5, and today was their birthday party when Naruto made a fool of himself again by accidentally tripping and falling over the cake that was made there, and the triple layer cake was now on the ground, and in turn the bloody smear on the ground. As after that everyone laughed at Naruto while Naruto was laughing it off, his siblings burned. And soon after the party ended, we see that his siblings talking to him in his room, which was separated from the two. Not that Naruto minded at the time. What is it, Nisan? You made a complete joke of not only of yourself, but ours as well. You ruined our birthday, Naruto. Wait, I accidentally slipped. I wasn't going to make it like that. It's always about you. You have to draw attention to yourself, knowing that the others won't give you any, because they see you as a monster that you are. Stop being a nuisance for once, said Menma. We're trying our hard to uplift the reputation of our parents, and yet here you are, the black sheep of family, with the features of QB and whatnot, always ruining what our parents are trying to preserve. They might not say it, but they are obviously stressed by you. Everyone is. But I didn't mean for this to happen. Mark my words, Naruto. If you don't give up on your ways you are doing now, I will kick you out once I become the clan regardless of what you say, Nisan. Said Mito. I will kick him out regardless from the Uzumaki clan. As Naruto was taken aback by that, as soon as both of them left, the door slammed shut on his face as tears began to fall down from his eyes. As a voice from within then said, Calm down, kid. They didn't mean it properly. It's just kids' banter, that's all. No, it's not. I think they're serious this time. But I think that I get it. I mean, I've been trying my best to get their attention and playing the Joker always. You've been through a lot, kid. How about you rest? Said the voice. I can't, Kyo. Even if I try to, I can't. Said Naruto, wiping his tears away, and then he laid down, staring at the ceiling until the sun rose. As now we go to a flashback of how Kyuubi and Naruto became the friends. Kyuubi, once being sealed inside of Naruto, overheard the whole conversation, and he was quite shocked, to be honest, that this kid, even though he hated him for being his container, was being hated by his own family, something that he even himself as a monster didn't experience. And then, out of curiosity, he saw that how the life of the kids turned out to be because of the words of his parents. Naruto was given less importance at each and every turn, and as the time passed on, it was slowly decaying. Naruto took over with this, began to act as a child who was a prankster and a class clown, but deep down it always hurted him. Hurted him that whenever his parents, instead of smiling once at him or even trying to comfort him, always made him look like he was really an idiot or he was a nuisance. Even his own siblings thought so as well. Always. QB obviously knew why that was because Jiraiya and Ruzena suggested, alongside with Tsunade, that they distance themselves from Naruto, and that is what they have been doing. And Naruto, because of his habits, wasn't making it easy because they were really now on the path of separating themselves. And from the looks of it, sooner or later they will reach the final straw. And that is when he jumped in and introduced himself, being the anchor in Naruto's life and the only friend that the poor boy had. As now we see, as we go to the present, that Naruto and Man Mito were about to go to the academy, and as soon as they left, we see that Naruto, obviously being him, tried his best to fit in, but the others were already told to avoid him, and he ended up being a loner. But still, he had a smile on his face, even though it hurted him to no end in the heart. And as time went on, they reached at the age of 10, when one day, once they arrived back, separately of course, because Men Meters decided that they would not even walk with Naruto because they considered him lesser than him. Naruto arrived back. As soon as he entered, he saw that his family was packing stuff as Jiraiya was smiling at them. Wait, what is going on? Where is everybody going? We are going, Naruto, not you. What? Oh, what do you mean? Listen, kid. This is not easy for us as well, said Kushina. You are being kicked out of the family. Wait, what? What do you mean by that? You're too weak, Naruto. Weak to carry the name of the Uzumakis and even of Namikaze. You have been making making nothing more than joke out of yourself. And the council has been practically begging us to stop this madness before it reaches its peak. You have been ruining the reputation of the academy and distracting others. Even Menma and Mito have agreed to that you don't need to exist within our family. But why? Said Naruto in a voice that almost sounded so broken. Why out of nowhere? We have been deciding this since you were born. Is it because of my eyes? Isn't that it, right? Said Naruto, as his eyes with anger were turning from blue again to red, as all of them got intense. Is that it? Yes. It would be best if you leave now. As Naruto then gritted his teeth and then grabbed onto his bag and stuff that he needed and then arrived downstairs to see that his parents were still looking at him with cold eyes. I'll be leaving. Go ahead then, please do. And make sure you never set a foot back inside my home, said Minato, as well as none other than Kushina. As Menma and Mito smiled. As soon as Naruto slammed the door shut, we see that both of them sighed. Even Menma and Mito did. It was hard, but it was needed to be done. Of course it was. Now you can focus on the real child of prophecy. Naruto will forge his path on his own, and this will be a lesson to him to not be a clown that he always is. Who knows, maybe he works hard enough, he might be able to recruit him back, even if he begs us. You don't understand. I don't feel right, Minato. After what we did, it's not right. I know it isn't, but this is the only way to motivate him. True, it might be, it did motivate Naruto, but for another reason. The boy that wanted his parents' attention, their love, and his family's approval was now dead. They themselves strangled him by choking him. As now we see, Naruto was walking, it began to rain, and it rained heavily. As Naruto was continuously walking, as he looked left and right, people making fun of him. So the brat is finally kicked out, huh? Long time coming. Yeah, that monster doesn't need to exist here. He was ruining the image of Menma-sama and Mita-sama. As Naruto walked, he understood one thing. He was hearing people's thought for the first time, because they were aware. The whole council was aware. Kid, not now, Q. I need to listen to this. As Kurama with sad eyes was watching this, and realized just how bad Naruto has been broken. And he swore that he will, if he ever gets a chance to break free, will literally destroy the Uzumaki no Mikaze family because of what they have done. As now we see, time passed. It had been a few months since Naruto disappeared from Konoha, or basically was kicked out of Konoha by his own parents and family for being weak, as they called him. As he was currently sleeping in the countryside of a small village because he has been traveling and not looking back. Still in the same thoughts as the day he left, the voices, the faces, all of the smirking smiles looking towards on him, and the cold eyes of his parents. As he was resting, we see that suddenly there was a rustling in the woods as Naruto's eyes opened, and he brought out a rusted kunai that he had gathered. As with shaking hands he pointed it towards himself. Who is it there? Said Naruto. As suddenly a man wearing a white robe and a staff in his hand walked there. He had closed eyes, palish skin, and silvery gray hair. As he settled down, I'm nothing more than an old man who is wandering around, child. As Kyuubi's eyes widened after hearing that voice, as through Naruto's eyes he could see, but something told him that he shouldn't speak, and let's see what this man was doing. As he looked towards Naruto and asked, I can sense that you are sad. Sad and... what is this? Empty? I guess you can say that. I don't even know why am I even here or where am I headed. Why do you think like that, young boy? I mean, you're filled with life. You have such ahead of you. So many opportunities. You don't understand, old man. You don't even know me. I had everything. And then it was taken from me. Why? Did something bad happen? No. That's the thing. I don't even know what happened. I tried my best to fit in. That didn't work, I tried the other way of getting the attention. Maybe annoying a little bit, but do you think a parent would kick out a child because of that? No, no parent would. Not at least a loving one. I guess you can say that I was never loved, huh? What? What makes you think that? Well, I was pretty much kicked out on after being 9 years old. Don't you see that? I mean, I was the dead last in the academy, and since they were both powerful shinobi and konoichi, they wanted, I guess, more from me. But that isn't a reason why a parent would kick out his child. Even the Yugas, who are the most strictest of clan, from what I have heard, don't do this to their own child. Yes, their ways might be off of branding their child with that curse seal, but they too don't kick one of their own out because of that. Not even the stoic Uchihas. And yet I was. Which clan do you belong to? Uzumaki, I guess. The Uzumakis were loyal and fierce. They didn't even abandon one of their own, no matter the reason. I guess your mother is a fake one, to be honest. Regardless, what is it to you, old man? It's what's done is done, and there's nothing I can do about it. So what are you gonna do now? Do what? This is a world that is dangerous, from what I have seen over the course of 4 months. I got chased, almost beaten to death, and then almost drowned. Almost stolen and sold into slavery as well. But I was able to survive, so I guess all I can do is survive. Say, what would you do if you were given the chance to attain power unimaginable? Power of the legends themselves, of the past. There's no such thing that can grant that. What if I could? You could? Yeah, right. Like you could ever, said Naruto as he began to laugh, a hollow chuckle. Listen, old man, if you're making fun of me, then I get it, that a child being on his own and kicked out of his family is kind of fun to you, but remember this, as Naruto's words choked. I hope something like this happens to you or your grandchild, then you realize just how bad it is. As after that Naruto was about to leave, the old man then said, "Stand still, child." As his eyes opened to reveal purple eyes with rings in them. "I knew it," thought Kyubi. "It is him." As the man walked towards him, "My children have suffered as well, but because of them, the world went into war and chaos. And because of that, I can say that your life has turned out how it is today, and I found myself somewhat responsible for that. So, for that reason, hereby I lift you from your responsibility as the child of prophecy. This world doesn't need that anymore. That much has been shown to me. And I bless upon you the powers of the Sage of the Sixth Path and of each and every one of the Kagenkais of Konoha and of Dojutsus as well, to the max level." As after that, Naruto felt a huge bright purplish aura, which was strong potent chakra, absorbed within him as Naruto passed out. As that is when we see within the mindscape, Kyubi was standing there as the bars were broken, and within you, my son, I restored the chakra that was stolen from you. As after the chakra was given, no, without Naruto realization, the seal was stretched out to this extent that after being broken, Kyubi could get out and in without causing trouble. "You are to watch over him, son." "I have been. I know that you see him as one of your own, and that is why you have been with him, kinder to him, son. And obviously I like the sight of you. But father, why help him? The poor boy has went through quite a lot. Kami and Shinigami themselves did not see that coming, what his parents did to him. And they want to make them regret the most. But, knowing what this child has said, it has proven to me that he doesn't want anything to do with them. If anything, he just wishes to live his life. Find a way to live at least. Yeah, the kid is at a darker place. Anyone would be after what his family has done to him. Practically saying him to his face that he's not a wanted child. It will literally kill anyone. Just put yourself in his shoes. Yeah, I guess that is quite bad," said Kyubi. "So, why give him such strength? To make sure that no one stops him. Since this world is practically abandoned by the gods and now a dog-eat-dog world, he needs to be the top of his game. I know you'll be able to help him find a way, because there are many others out there like both of you who needs help." As that is when Kurama's eyes went, You can mean that?" "Yes. If there is a need, then you need to form a clan of your own. A village of your own. Take the Jinchurikis away. No longer shall you all be the tools. You all are now the pillars of the village. The village of Sixth Path. You need to create it with him, my boy. Now be on your own way, and let the child forge his own path, stripped away from his duties now, free from his destiny." As after that, a huge chakra wave went through the whole elemental nation, altering and making his words the reality. As now we see, Naruto woke up. His hair was much more longer, and he had grown much taller. He could sense that he was stronger as well. As that is when he saw that Kyubi was in front of him. "Hey, child." Q, what is going on?" "That man you met was the Sage of the Sixth Path Spirit." "Spirit?" "Yes. And he blessed you with the greatest blessing of all, with his own power and each and every one of Konoha's abilities and powers." "Wait, you mean I have the powers of all clans?" "Yes, all of them." "How is that possible? Look at your eyes. They have already morphed into, one of them at least, into Rinne Sharingan. A red Rinneganish version that is the most strongest. The eye of the Jubi itself." "Whoa. Yes, kid. It is indeed as you said. Quite awesome." As not only that, after that Kyubi began to explain and teach Naruto ins and outs. And then the training began. As time began to pass by, as Naruto turned from 9 to 13 years old. As Naruto reached at the age of 13, he was already a capable enough mercenary. He wore a mask, a half-skull mask, to hide his identity, and a black robe, covering his black jacket, black vest, and black shinobi pants and sandals. Because after Naruto's change, he liked this color, and besides, it was quite stealthy and helpful. As now we see, Naruto then said, after retrieving his bounty, "So we're gonna do this or what?" "Of course we're gonna do this, child. Why else have we been preparing for this? Going on different missions. So far we will able to locate down everyone except for Kumo. Yeah. So how about we go ahead and retrieve them? Of course we shall." And so now we see Naruto disappeared as if Goku used his Senshin and arrived, I mean instant transport teleportation, and arrived in Suna. As soon as he arrived there, we see Naruto then look towards the whole mob with his Rin Sharingan and located down where he was. There he is. As Naruto disappeared and appeared in front of him again. "Hey Gara." "Naruto, you're back." "Of course I am. How are you and Shikaku coming along?" "We have been keeping up the act, kid. But they are closer to finding it out. So how about we leave?" "Of course we should." And so, Gara, grabbing Naruto's hand, was teleported out of there. And same could be said for what followed suit with Fu and with the Three Tails as well, who was now free from the control and was recreated. And same could be said for the Five Tails, whose Jinchuriki was killed. And as for the Four Tails, the old man, when he was found, was already killed by the Kage, and the Biji was being captured, and Naruto arrived there. Seeing this, was enraged. "Stop right there. Can't you see that he's being hurt? He's nothing more than a monster. You shouldn't involve yourself with our village, kid." "Oh yeah? I think you're sadly mistaken. Q? Kid, I think let we should let you handle this. Because as much as I want to do this, I know you are more enraged than ever." Yeah. As Naruto had a flashback, when he was doing this mission, that old man, the Jinchuriki of the Four Tails, was a nice one, and was always kind to Naruto, always making the light joke of the situation. But behind his smile, Naruto could see sadness. His own family, his own village hated him. And now, they killed him. As Naruto then let loose, as purple chakra was surrounding him, as Naruto's one eye completely turned white, and there was visible blue lightning coursing through his eye, as veins popped up from there, as Naruto's other eye was shining brightly under his hood. As Naruto then said, "You want to see a true monster? Then you shall. Almighty push," said Naruto, extending his hand. As soon as the jutsu was casted, we see that almost everything was evaporated and turned into dust, being thrown miles away. But that is when Naruto did something. Universal pull, pulling them all together towards himself, as Naruto slammed his other hand on the ground. Wooden style, wooden spike jutsu, as millions of wooden spike arose from the ground and people were impaled into it. Almost 500 shinobis who were doing this were killed. As that is when we see the Kage arrive there. It was Oniki and the others. "What makes you think you can get away after what you have done?" "Oh, I'm not getting away, Oniki. I'm just starting." As that is when Naruto made shadow clones of himself, and one of them entered Susanoo state. The other one summoned the great wooden statue with 1,000 fists. The third one summoned his staff and Magatama orbs, as he then, using his Rinnegan, then said, "Chibaku Tensei, I'll make sure that you and your whole village cease to exist for what you have done." As within single attack, whole Eva was enveloped in its own Earth-sized ball and was sent to the sky. As it was going, we see Naruto Susanoo was preparing an arrow made out of pure lightning chakra, and it was fired. As surely enough, the statue, Thousand Arms, morphed into a sphere that the statue grabbed, as the wooden statue launched a huge wooden spear at it. As soon as the lightning arrow and the wooden spear hit it, the whole rock exploded into tiny bits, killing all those within instantly, eradicating the whole village as Naruto stood there and laid in front of the body of the old man Roshi who had died. "You didn't deserve this, old man. Not you, at least." "What are we going to do?" said the other Bijus. "Bury him." As after properly burying him and paying respect, which the Four Tails also did, he then asked, "It took you some time, kid, but you have come around." "Yes." "But you have destroyed whole Eva. The whole elemental nation will take notice of that, so be it. I don't care any longer." I stopped caring long ago. As after that we see Naruto taking the Biju with him, then left. But the news spread wild that a powerful being capable of summoning not only a Susanoo but also using the Mokitan to the abilities of Hashirama's level was capable of doing such damage that within a single day that whole village was evaporated as if it never existed there. As a Kage summit was called, where Minato was seated alongside with the others. I can't believe something like that would happen to Oniki and Eva. You of all people would have been happy, Minato. We all know that. What, you think that we did this, eh? No. I'm not suggesting that you did. I know you're not that powerful, after all. Whoever did this, we need to find him, because he has great strength, and could be a determined threat once identified. That I can agree upon, said May. As Rasa then also said, we will also help. So it is agreed upon. Putting aside our rivalries, we will make sure that we will find whoever this is and make him pay. As after this was agreed, we see that they all pooled their resources as Minato returned. As soon as he did, the council asked what happened at the Kage summit and he informed them, and they were quite shocked and baffled. Danzo, obviously, after finding out about this, was interested and wanted this man on Konoha's side. While Minato wouldn't deny that he too was happy and knew that the others were also doing this for the same reason, so they better need to act fast. As back in his home, we see that everyone was having dinner. Manma, Mito, and Kushina. Long since have they forgotten about Naruto and his existence, because they were not that pretty much close. Minato could care less now he died out there now. Yes, he was sad when his son left, but as the time went on, the fairly fickle memories of Naruto have faded. Same could be said for others. As now we see, Manma and Mito then said, so have you found out about this terrorist that destroyed Eva? No. But whoever this is could be a great ally to Konoha one day. We might need him on our side. Yeah, I guess you're right. As that is when Jiraiya barged in. Minato, something just happened. What? Kamamaru-sama has died. What? The great Toad Elder Sage died? But how? I don't know why, but he died because of heart attack, because of worriness. Padma told me. Why? What was he so worried about? They said the world is doomed, and something along the lines that we're all done for. We are abandoned, and there is no child of prophecy. There is no future any longer. What do you mean by that? You said yourself that Menma Mito could be the child of prophecy. Yeah, we have been training, old man. What are you on about? No, you two never were the child of prophecy, because if you two were, then who? Why would Gamamaru-sama would do this? But you said so yourself that Konoha's red and yellow will bring forth a child that will change the very essence of the world itself. Yes, I did say that, but Menma and Mito are not him. Then who is? It could be him. What? No, not him. What are you talking about? Says Kushina. Naruto, remember? He's talking about Naruto, said Minato. You told us that he's nothing more than nothing more than a child who is ungrateful and needs to be kicked out. You took years to convince that to us. I did, and I think now that we were wrong. If he's out there somewhere, we need to find him. Then do what? He basically hates us now, said Minato. We have to. That's the only way. We can use the Yamanakas to seal away his memories or alter them. Yeah, Minato, that can be doable. I do want my son back. Yeah, we want our brother back as well, said Manma and Mito, because they knew deep down that the only reason they wanted him back was because he was the child of prophecy now. And Manma and Mito hated him for that. As now we see, on the other side, Naruto has established a new village far away from the elemental nation, hidden where the first sage of the sixth path created it, deep within the forest heart. As now we see, the other Bijus in their smaller form, in which they could move around freely, were resting, while Naruto, Fu, and Gaara, and a few other who have joined their side, such as Yuito and B, were also there. I'm still grateful that you joined us, B. Yuito. Yeah, We have found out what has happened to you, Naruto, and Kumo has agreed that they will remain neutral since you came and talked to us and allowed us to be a part of this. Look, I don't want any trouble with any of the villages, but if they come searching for trouble, they will find it, like Iwa did. Well, Kumo is already scared of what you can do, kid. There's no doubt in their mind that you can destroy them as well, if you wished for it. But knowing that who you are and why you did that, they realize that. Because to us, people in Kumo, we respect our Jinchurikis. And not only that, Bijus are seen as an essential and sentient beings who are filled with knowledge and could pass it down to the us humans. That is correct, said Kyuki, as Matatabe also nodded. Well, that it might be true. There's still other people out there that could be dangerous to you. And for that reason, I'm glad that Asama agreed to this. I wish that the other villages would have thought the same. You mean Konoha? Yeah, knowing them, they would rarely think of that. If anything, they were glad that I was kicked out. So, I guess that's that. Konoha and I hold nothing towards them. They have no importance. I can't even be bothered with them to hate them. You know why? Because I know I'm better than that. They're beneath even that. Not even worth hating. They're just pitiful people who think that they are the also mightiest, God's chosen people. All for what? In the end, realizing that they're not better than the scum they all see all the world as in. That it might be true, said one of the Jinchurikis. So what now? Said Kyubi. What now is we settle down here, make this our home, and live life normally. And as for you two, or any one of you, if you wish to visit your family, you can. I can wait here and watch over the village. No. Since you have been chosen to lead us, we will follow you. Even if you give freedom to us, which we are grateful to, we will follow you and stick by you, said B, as everyone else who was alive agreed to this. And so did the Beaches. Thank you. As that is when Naruto sensed something and disappeared. Wait here, he said, as Naruto arrived at the borders, wearing his hood that was covering his face. In his hand was the black staff that was once belonging to the sage. What do you want? Konoha-nin. We are here for the man who had destroyed Eva. What do you want from me then? You want us to believe that a kid like you destroyed it? Said one of the Yonbos, as Naruto literally flung his fingers to the air, causing the man to lift and slam into the ground, as they all got in a stance. As that is when we see Jiraiya standing there. Wait, we don't mean to fight. Then leave my land, Jiraiya of the Sanin. You know my name. Of course I do, said Naruto, taking off his robe. As that is when Jiraiya was shocked to see one of his Naruto's eyes was filled with ripples, which were red and had Sharingan like Tomos, while the other one had veins, and the Jujutsu seemed different. As one of the Yugas who was amongst the Anbus said, it can't be. What is it? That itself is the ultimate form of our Dojutsu. The ultimate version of the Byakugan. What is it? Tenseigan. And that is the Rinne Sharingan. We only thought that it was a myth, not achievable. And yet the boy possesses it. I'm sure of it. As Naruto then said, leave. I don't care what you think I have. You and I have made sure we never cross his path again, or I never ventured into that village. So leave, said Naruto, as the pressure increased on them, sending some of them flying back. The pressure is too much. As Naruto glared with narrowed eyes at them. Don't force me to use my full strength. I'm giving you warning. We will leave now. But know this. Now that we know who you are, we will be coming for you. And I'm not leaving from here. Next time you do, there won't be any warning. It will be much worse fate than Eva itself. Are you threatening us, Naruto? It's a promise, Jiraiya. A promise that I tend to fulfill if we cross paths again. With that said, Naruto disappeared as a barrier erupted there. As Jiraiya touched it, we can't get through in. This is a dome barrier. But Jiraiya-sama, those Dojutsus, they are quite unique and powerful. So much so that not even the clan heads or their ancestors were able to achieve it. We need to return. As soon as we see they were returning, Jiraiya contacted Pa and Ma to reveal this to them. Jiraiya boy, I think we know what happened. What? The sage blessed him with their powers. Gamamaru-sama told us about this, that if the prophecy was not to be fulfilled, the sage will arrive himself to see through what has become of the world and decide. I think the sage has passed down his powers. To Naruto? Yes. He said that he was holding a staff, right, with rings in them. Yeah, 7 rings, I believe. That is the staff of the 7 paths. The staff that the sage held. He is the new sage of the 6th path, my boy. And unfortunately, we can't do anything about this. It would be stupid to go and fight against him. I see. So we're already done for, huh? Yes, we are already done for. As now we see, Jiraiya returned and the whole council was in session. As Minato and Kushina were also there. Well, Sensei, the news was correct. It was where the man was. Or the kid was. Kid? Yes, you mean to say a kid that did that? Not any normal kid. He has the Byakugan's truest form, the Tenseigan. What? That is a lie, said Hiyashi Yuga. It is not. Your man saw it himself. And the Rinne Sharingan. A powerful dojutsu. The next and final form of the Rinnegan itself and of the Sharingan. He possesses both? Yes. And he also possesses the staff of the Sage of the 6th Path, which makes him the successor to the powers of the Sage. The new Sage, huh? Then that means that whoever this child is extremely valuable and powerful. Konoha needs him. But that's the twist here. He is someone we know. Someone we kicked out. We look towards Minato and Kushina, whose eyes were. No, it can't be. Unfortunately, it is. It is Naruto himself. As that itself caused huge amount of shock to everyone. How can their child possess such power of our clan? The power of the Sage of the 6th Path was given to all of us. A chunk of it. Now the kid is the new sage himself. What do you think would happen? As that shut everyone up. He was able to not only find us, but also make a barrier. And he made a threat that if we cross paths again, he will trample on us. As Minato remembered his own words, make sure we don't cross paths again, Naruto. It was the same words he said to his son when he kicked him out, abandoned him. As Kushina was now quite shocked as well. As now we see, she became fearful because she knew the abilities of the sage. As Naruto knew, only decide what he needs to do. We need people, and loyal ones. And I know only one loyal clan was taken out before their time, said Naruto standing on a barren land as he placed his hand there. Revival Arts, Path of Sage, Rinne Rebirth. As the the King of Hell arrived, as thousands of coffins rose from the ground, as Naruto's single strand of hair turned white, and as Naruto revived the whole Uzumaki clan. And after doing so, Naruto also revived Arashi, Uzumaki, and even his own grandfather and grandmother figure. As Naruto knew instinctively who his grandparents was, as he stood in front of them, and explained everything to them, and to the whole clan. The clan was in tears, and Naruto was shocked to see this. I get it why they're crying, but why the whole clan? Because to us Uzumaki's child, said Arashi Uzumaki, the leader, ancestor of the whole clan, is a family itself. Each and every one of us is. We always take care of one of our own, never leave them behind. As one of them was Mito herself, who was on her request and wishes brought here and buried in her homeland, then said, I cannot believe that my granddaughter and my successor has fallen so low. You have certainly suffered. Kushi-chan has let us down. What are we gonna do? Hanma-san, said Hanma Uzumaki, father of Kushina Uzumaki, as her mother then said, Hitomi, we will go there. We will go to Konoha. There's no need. Oba-san, Oji-san, we need to go back to my village. You're not safe here, but there you will be. But son, are you sure about this? I don't I don't need them. What I have here, you made me realize, is the true family that I needed. As now we see, Naruto returned, but as soon as he did, they encountered Minato, Kushina, and the others, with thousands of Onbus waiting there. Naruto, come out now. I'm not even there, Minato Namikaze, I'm here. As that is when Kushina gasped, seeing her own dead parents there. You used that at Tensei. I revived them. I never used the at Tensei. I exchanged some of my life years for their lives to be given back. And I got in the raw end of the deal. Who are those two, mother? They're my parents. As that was not it, as Mito somehow also arrived there. And finally, dead Arashi Uzumaki. Who are you, Kage? I am Naruto Namikaze, sir. I am Arashi Uzumaki, the leader of the Uzumaki clan, the founder of it. As now Kushina was scared, beyond scared, she had heard about Arashi-sama, one of the greatest legends. His battle was even recorded with the help of seals, as the whole Uzumaki clan then looked towards him, especially the clan ancestor and her own parents, as they stood forward and said, "You are a kin deserter, Kushina. I couldn't have believed it. You, my own daughter, is a kin deserter. Mother, I didn't mean to. Enough," said Hanma. "You're no daughter of mine. Since you have deserted our grandchild, we desert you all, and brand you with the cursed seal of the kin deserter. Ancestor, please, pass your judgment." The judgment has been passed. You are forever banished from ever using the name Uzumaki, and forever mentioning that you are a part of this clan. As the seal erupted, sealing away her Uzumaki adamantium chains and her Uzumaki genes. And same could be said for her children. You can't do this. This is a clan's matter, boy. Stay away from me, and I am the Kage, and I will go to war with you for what you have done. Try it. Come out, guys. As instinctively, all the 9 Bijus surrounded them, alongside the Uzumaki clan standing behind Naruto. "You're doing this wrong, Naruto. You're messing with the wrong man. I believe you're the one messing with the wrong person, Minato Namikaze. I'm your father, goddammit. No, you're not. You lost that privilege. Once you abandoned me. Remember your words? Don't make us cross paths ever again. Well, you have crossed your path with mine. And I'll show you something that you shall never forget." As that is when Naruto said, "Look above." What? As a huge meteorite was coming down, it took the whole strength of the whole army that he brought to stop it. What now? I have just dropped 10 of them on Konoha. Happy journey. As Minato was left there standing baffled and shocked, he and the rest of the Anbus, still exhausted, ran back, with Mito and his children behind. As Kushina was still baffled of what has happened. As soon as they arrived there, they saw that Konoha was nothing more than barren land, piled up in a form of stacks with 10 huge meteorite balls that was now covering the whole area surrounding. No! No! Kage-sama, the village is destroyed. I know it is. He will pay for this. And so what was left of them went to the others and informed them. And a war was on the horizon. Joining Minato's side were all the others, Akatsuki, even the Orochimaru. And as soon as they arrived, Tsunade and the other Sanis have joined their hands. And they faced against someone they didn't want to, especially for Tsunade's case. Her own parents, grandparents were standing there. "You disgraceful brat. You dare show your face here?" Mother, don't say that to me. I can't believe this. You are a monster for what you have done. After being in half Uzumaki yourself, I can't believe you were my Nason. I hate you, said a voice that broke Tsunade even before the battle began. It was her dead brother Naoki, and Dawn as well. You're a monster, Tsunade. You're not the woman I fell in love with. You're worse than her. As after that we see, Naruto then said, I brought them here not to show that I have more army, but to witness what I'm about to do to you. What can you do alone? I'll show you. As Naruto then summoned a Susanoo, and one of them summoned the wood-release Mokitan wooden statue with 1,000 fists, with grabbing each and every one of hands, different 1,000 weapons. And then Naruto himself summoned the Garomazo, in which Naruto, after purifying it, made sure that he was now being able to have his own conscience, and so it did. A hybrid version of White Ten Tails was created, with the memories of his own, and the capability of thinking and speaking for his own self. So these are the enemies, child. Yes, Shinju. Let's go, my brothers, sisters. It is time for us to finally show that we are not to be messed with or oppressed with. What is your choice going to be, Minato? I have surrounded you with not 9 but 10 strongest bijus, with the strongest jutsus that you have ever seen. You are certainly outclassed and outmatched in every field. How can a dope like you get this power? This is what you called luck. An extreme luck and the real destiny of one. But you were supposed to be, and I'm the one who is. That is how the life works. Suck it up and die already, Menma. Mito. And so, Naruto then used, alongside with everyone else, a charged up Rasengan as everyone charged the Bijudama. And the rest of the shinobi population, alongside with the Konoichis, of all the nations that have joined together, were wiped out clean from the very existence, alongside with the broken Minato no Mikaze and Kushina Usamaki and their children, in their dying moments realizing just how badly they messed up and fucked up, that turns the time events of wheels to this fate of theirs. All the while Naruto was standing there stoically. It is done. So it is. All of you go ahead and enjoy your life. I will go and settle down as well. As now we see, Naruto rested inside the Kage's home, and there he came face to face with Kami, Yami, and Shinigami. As they were there, with a serious expression, "You know what you have done, right?" "I know. I'm sorry. I tried to avoid conflict, but it's alright, son. We're not mad at you. It was how it was supposed to be. You were never supposed to be the child of prophecy. Even though he begged, we gave in the end because we wanted to show him that these people of all the universes are not capable of saving or worth of saving, and that is why it was needed." "Tell me, is there a world where they..." "Many, kid. There are many out there who loves you. Some of them even lost you. Do you wish to go there? Will it be possible?" "Of course it is. Even if it is, then I won't." "Why?" "Because I will always be suspicious of them. They deserve someone who can love them wholeheartedly back. I have a huge responsibility ahead of them. I made this mess. It's time for me, myself, to correct it, with the help of Uzumaki clan nonetheless, and those few who have survived." "Well, true. Quite admirable it might be. But are you sure?" "No Naruto in this universe would pass up on this opportunity. But I have to. Because I can't abandon the world that I created now, can I?" "Yes, that is quite respectable. I guess we will hold on to this offer until the day we meet again, Naruto," said the Shinigami. "Thank you, Shinigami-sama." "Alright then, child of prophecy. The next stage of Sixth Path. Form the world with your own hands into the way you want it to be. So I will." As with that they all left, leaving Naruto with a newfound determination and a new path that he needed. "So what, kid? What now? We have a long way ahead of us, Kurama. And I'm gonna need all of your help to make sure that we reach that goal. Well, you know we are always with you," said Shinju. "Then let us get to work then, of course." As this is where I'm going to be leaving this short movie of, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.